Angus, Scotland. Winter, 1845. A houseguest at Cortachy Castle, Miss Dalrymple, a visitor of the Ogilvy family, heard drumming coming from outside her window late at night. No drummer was posted. No event was scheduled. She mentioned it the next morning. The room went quiet. The staff already knew what it meant. Cortachy Castle had been the seat of the Ogilvy Earls of Ely for centuries. Tied to it was a story, versions of which the family acknowledged. A drummer boy, allegedly a messenger or soldier, had been thrown from the castle tower, some accounts say stuffed into his own drum, either executed on orders of an early Ogilvy earl or killed by a rival. His dying words were a curse on the family. According to family tradition, hearing the phantom drummer was an omen, specifically, a death omen for a member of the Ogilvy family. Miss Dalrymple recorded her account in writing. Within weeks of her visit, Lady Ely, the countess of the household, died. Whether the timing was coincidence, no one at the time treated it that way. The case re-emerged in 1870. A second houseguest, identified in contemporary accounts as Miss Godfrey, reported the same phenomenon, drumming heard from outside the castle at night, with no visible source. She asked directly at breakfast whether a drummer had been playing. The reaction from the family was immediate and somber. She recorded the exchange in a letter that survived. Miss Godfrey left the castle shortly after. Her written account, later reproduced in Catherine Crowe's 1848 collection The Night Side of Nature and subsequent Victorian paranormal literature, described the drumming as rhythmic, persistent, and clearly localized beneath her window, not distant or ambient. She was certain it was not wind or structural noise. The pattern repeated at least once more. Documented accounts reference the drumming being heard again before the death of the 9th Earl of Ely, David Ogilvy, who was killed in action during the Second Boer War in 1900. Whether this was reported before or after the fact is difficult to verify at this distance, but the association was recorded by contemporaries. The castle remained in Ogilvy family possession through much of the 20th century before being converted and managed as a private estate. In 1996, a caretaker at the property, named in a regional Scottish press account, reported hearing unexplained drumming sounds near the East Tower at night. He was unaware of the historical accounts when he reported it. The local paper covered the story. The case has been examined by paranormal researchers including investigators associated with the Scottish Society for Psychical Research, and referenced in multiple historical paranormal surveys. No structural explanation for recurring drumming sounds was identified. The castle's acoustic properties were noted but not formally tested. The historical documentary record, the letters, the published accounts, is considered credible by folklorists. The rational explanations include building resonance, wind through the towers, and confirmation bias, people familiar with the legend hearing what they expect. Those arguments have weight. What they don't fully account for is Miss Godfrey's 1870 account, recorded before she knew the legend. She reported the drumming first, then learned its significance. That sequence is documented. Cortachy Castle is still standing. The drumming accounts span at least 150 years, involve multiple independent witnesses, and appear in published records from the Victorian era onward. Whether that points to a persistent local legend, a genuine acoustic anomaly, or something that resists easy categorization, that's where the evidence leaves us. So what do you think? Is there a rational explanation, or is something else going on? Drop a comment below, and if you've had an encounter of your own, we want to hear about it. Subscribe to WT Historical for more documented cases from the edge of history.